Play something. Somebody play something.
Oh, shit. Oh. It's a good show. It's a great show. It's a shit show. Pickle Rick show. Not a Jerry show. Scary Terry show. Lick my balls show. Szechuan sauce show. It's the fucking Rick and Morty.
And we're live, guys. We're finally live. A little bit of tech issues. This is actually the camera that's normally on Sean during the live, because our other two cameras did not want to go today. Just didn't want to show up. You know how it is when you got a computer and it just fucking doesn't want to do what you think it should be doing, and it doesn't give you any answers, and what can you do? But whatever. Fashionably late. Let's just deal with it. We'll just go with it. We'll just go with the flow, as King Jellybean says. I mean, that it didn't really work too well in that scenario for Morty, but anyways, yeah, go with the flow. We're going to do that. So today, we're going to go over the 3-word Rick and Morty pitches, which was awesome. We got lots of people talking about the 3-word pitches, which was great. We got lots of art submissions already. We're going to do that next week. So if anybody is like here, like, oh, I want to see my art piece online, that's next week. I stated it was next week, but I know someone's going to be like, oh, fuck, I wanted to do it this week. So we got the 3-word pitches. We're going to go over the Zygerians episode, the M. Night Shyamalan's, I guess it was called, which is obviously a play on M. Night Shyamalan's name. And I don't know if anybody... He was really popular like 5-10 years ago, but like I don't even know. Has he made a movie recently, Sean? Do you know? M. Night Shyamalan? A horror movie, I think?
Yeah, a few of them.
Okay, yeah. But I know, like, he was bigger, like, when Signs came out and The Village and that stuff. I think he was, like, a little bit more popular at that time.
He did Split and
Oh, did
Glass.
you do Split?
So,
Split was very popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to go over that. We'll talk a little bit about Season 5. We're not going to talk about anything that... I don't have any scoops or any, like, super duper news, guys, but, like, we are going to talk a little bit about that. And... I don't know, I brought some other cool stuff. I brought my Rick and Morty D&D set if we want to get into that again. Before I start off with the rest, though, I just want to let you guys know, if you want, I will read chats. This is how Fandom Empire shows work. I love to read chats as they come in, if they're interesting, and it's basically a chat-driven show. Like, I'm here for you guys, you know what I mean? But if you really want to get read, then you got to throw in a super chat there. So you can throw in anywhere from, I think, you can throw in like $1, right? You can throw anywhere from $1 all the way up to, I think we've had one for like $100 before. Like, some people are crazy and like to support the show. I really love when people support the show, but I mean, if you just want to chat in, or if you want to like my posts, or you want to throw likes on my videos or anything like that, that's great too. I love how anybody supports, and I've met so many awesome fans already. But having said that, we are going to get into M. Night Shyamalan's, the episode. I don't have my normal visuals because shit just is not working today, but we are going to talk about it pretty much scene through scene, like we have in the first 2 episodes. Before I get to that, I just want to read, DMT says, I actually love Split, unironically, enjoy The Happening, and I couldn't stand The Village. I remember The Village, like, everyone hated the ending, and I was pretty cool. Oh, there you go. DMT says The Village had such a dumb ending. I was okay with the ending. I saw it coming, kinda. I don't know. I don't want to gloat at all. I'm just not saying, but I see the endings coming quite often for a lot of movies. I remember I watched, what was the Johnny Depp movie, Secret Window or something like that? I fucking knew the ending like 5 minutes into it. Like 10 minutes into it, I was like, oh, fuck, shit, that's all.
I love that movie.
He's making that up in his head. I knew it right away. I said it, and I think I said it to my brother Kale. I don't remember Brother Kale or Brother Thaden. Thaden, who you guys might know. Let's get into the episode. Let me scroll into my notes here. I got my notes instead on my phone today. So we open up in the M. Night Shyamalan's episode with Rick going through what seems to be remains of a rat, and I love how it opens up with. It's really cool the way it opens. It's when he says like Morty says, "Oh, what a beautiful day," and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's just unbelievable," and he's like really kind of you don't know why, but he's like really suspicious of Morty, and then he's like, "Oh guys, don't burn out the CPU of this one," and then Morty's like, "What are you talking about? It's responsive too." And it's funny because I know Harmon and Roiland have gone on to say that they didn't like the fact that people weren't let in on the secret in this episode until like almost 10 minutes in. They had a hard time kind of getting over this episode and writing it the way they wanted to, but it ended up being one of those episodes that they thought was like, I don't know if this is going to be good, but it's a very popular episode. I love it. It's a great episode. Lots of good gags. Basically, this whole starting sequence is to fool us that they're in a simulation, but it's Rick and Morty in the simulation. So that's the whole point of this for the audience. Oh, we got our other camera up. Shit, that happens. You want me to do the show like this, Sean? I could probably. No? Okay. Yeah, let's get the double cam in there. It's just me and me and Michael. Okay. So the next thing we get is the scene where Morty's in school and Rick's peering through the window, and I love how Goldenfold asks him a question. He's like, what's 5 times 5? And he's like, it's like almost 40 or something like that. And he's like, oh yeah, it is almost 40. And he's like, come up here. And then, he's obviously it doesn't make sense that he was like, cool, let's reward Morty for almost getting it right. And then they talk about concentrated dark matter, which is the whole thing that the aliens are after. It's a secret rocket fuel or jet fuel or space fuel that makes them travel faster than everyone else, which is kind of funny because he uses a portal gun as well. So that should be I feel like that should be more important. But anyways, it doesn't matter. It's one of those. It's a Rick and Morty thing. It's like, wait, we wrote it. We didn't really think about it. It's because it's funny. I like when Goldenfold is like, Jessica says like, oh, if you tell us about concentrated dark matter, then I'll be your girlfriend. And Goldenfold's like, seems like a good opportunity. So it's funny. It definitely still is meant there to try to tell you that they're trying to get the information out of Morty, and then we get the turn later. This is where we finally see David Cross as, I have him here as Prince Nebulon, but I don't think I ever remember them actually saying his name. It doesn't stick out to me that they said his name very much. But David Cross actually very much the same as John Oliver in the last episode. You get a real pro in there when you have David Cross in there. He's perfect in all of his, I don't know how many takes they took, but his voice is perfect. He definitely has a great voice for cartoon acting, for voice acting, and everything he says, he makes a bunch of bad lines seem good too. He says, and check every 5 quintons. Then he makes something like that that's just kind of BS, sound great. Oh, there we go. Who are we joined by here? Who is that? It's Luke? Oh, your favorite Luke. Okay, cool. We got the Last Jedi in the house. Woo! You want to give that? Wah, wah, wah. Oh, fuck. Oh man, I guess that's the only button you could find. We got a Last Jedi hater here, guys. Yeah, let's. Oh, so now we get to what I consider the meat of this episode. It's the B plot. The B plot is Jerry and how fucking lame Jerry is. And honestly, this is the episode where we see the lamest fucking Jerry that there is. He doesn't get any worse than this. And Oh, Justin McEwen says, oh, it's the lame Luke. Justin McEwen is on your side, I guess. Oh, whatever. There you go. That's just for you, Justin. Justin McEwen. Yeah, Jerry steals the show in this one to me. If you guys want to let me know in the chat, like, is the Jerry part of the episode better than the Rick episode part of the episode? Because to me, the Jerry part is fucking steals the show. Like the whole my man thing, like human music. Like, I mean, we get to see basically Jerry's stuck in the simulator and nobody has no why. And same thing. I know that they were looking for a B story, and Royland and Harmon were kind of like, you know, like why does Jerry get stuck in the simulator? And they're like, I don't know, just put it in there. And it's the same thing. They're trying to figure out why he got stuck in the simulator. So they turn the CPU down, so it's fucking way, way obvious. Like, it's as obvious as being in a Bethesda game that this is not real life. There's fucking people walking through shit. There's people with the same weird answers that don't make sense when you ask them questions. I do love Skyrim, and I do love the game that came before it, Elder Scrolls. Oblivion? Oblivion, right? Yeah. I loved Oblivion, but same thing. They're definitely making fun of Bethesda games, in my opinion. They skip over to where he we'll talk about the rest later, because it does get to a little bit later. But we do see that Jerry's in the simulation, and he listens to the human music, which is basically just like boop 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 boop. So that's like, I don't know. It's funny because we all know that one person who just doesn't like music, and like you're like, how can you fucking not like music? And you hop in the car with them. They're like, let's throw some music on, and they throw on like the pop hits, you know, like top 40 stuff, and you're like, the fuck are we listening to here? It's like, oh, I don't know, I like it. Like they're there's some people are just not music people, and you meet them and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And that's Jerry listening to human music. Another great line. We get to Rick and Morty figuring out that it's that they're in a simulation. They have that ridiculous kind of like weird fight where Rick drags Morty out of class and gets him to shower with him together because the Zygerians don't like nudity, so that's the only way they can speak. We also get basically like there's an ambulance that pulls over and says like, oh, we need 10 cc's of dark matter stat, and like, or the president of the United States is going to die. And it's like really terrible, you know, because the Zygerians are supposed to be really terrible scammers. They throw out as many pitches as they can, and they hope things land, just like scammers in real life. Like fucking, I don't know who falls for that shit when they call and they say like, oh, the CRA is going to, they're going to send the police after you if you don't pay your taxes right now. You'll go to jail for 5 years.
Fun fact, my mother-in-law, future mother-in-law anyway, called out one of them.
Oh yeah?
And they're like, she like gave like a location. She's like, come on, let's meet there. Let's go meet there. We'll bring the police. Let's go meet there. And obviously they cowered it out. So.
Yeah, I know. They're fucking. And then you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, I'll pay you. And they're like, just go pick up some Apple iTunes gift cards at your local Shoppers Drug Mart and then send them to us. And it's like, to the government? You guys deal in Apple cards? Anyways, that's a Canadian problem. The Americans in this channel are probably like, what the fuck? What the fuck's the CRA? That CRA is our IRS, kinda. So they also find out there's the Pop-Tart that's in the Pop-Tart car that walks out, or in the toaster car that drives out of the toaster house. I love when Morty, right before that, he's like, so this seems wrong. Like there's that guy's putting a bun in between two hot dogs. Oh no, sorry. Rick is saying that, and Morty's like, I don't know, and then he's like, look, the cat's on a leash, and he's like, Mrs. Spencer does that all the time. He's like, I don't care about Mrs. Spencer, she's a fucking idiot. And he's just like going on, and then he points out the Pop-Tart in the toaster car, and he's like, you ever seen that before, Morty? He's like, oh, no, you're right, I never seen that before. Great gag. And it's funny later on, I won't mention this later, but later on in the chase scene, we see them rendering more weird human Pop-Tarts. And we also see weird human Pop-Tarts playing basketball. It's like, yeah, it's definitely a little crazy. And it's kind of a gag that's, I don't know, it's funny. It's a good gag. We get to the main Jerry part where he does the pitch with Mr. Marklowitz. Apparently, Mr. Marklowitz is a name of a friend of, is it Dan's or one of the writers of the show, I think. And apparently his students always say yes in the same way that he does back to him. This is a lot of the points that I've said before today are just from the commentary of the audio track for the episode. So I don't want to seem like I'm coming off as if I know this inside information. This is stuff I just get from videos that I know. We get the whole thing where he goes back and, he sells the pitch. He gets super excited. He goes back to Beth and says he's going to, make love to her because he's got an erection the size of an East Coast lighthouse. And fucking basically everything's going by super dumb. You see that girl in the driveway where the ball is bouncing like out of her hand and then disappears. And then like after he leaves the office, Mr. Marklowitz walks through his desk and, this is like the whole thing where Jerry is so lame that in a world that goes entirely right for him, he doesn't notice, but he's still fucking like, he still like has a terrible day until he gets the Apple Awards. But like he says that he's a fraud after he fucking goes and sleeps with Beth, and like he's crying then, and he gets fired from his job before he, freaks out and gets his job back and gets an Apple Award. And he passes by that one mailman over and over again that just says, my man. And old lady says, slow down. And I think the other girl says, looking good or something like that. But yeah, it's just like a fucking weird, like self-fulfilling prophecy where he just fucks it up. And yeah, it's great because it's Jerry at his best. It's the best Jerry story there is, I think. I really like I like the Whirly Durly episode as well. It's got lots of great Jerry in it as well. But we won't get to that for a while because that's in season 3. Now, one of the parts that I want to mention that's my own opinion. Oh, look, I'm I'm going to leave my hands like this because it's fucking weird. One of the parts that I noticed here was the processor fight. So when Rick and Morty sneak into the place and they're stealing those processors, they have a really weird offbeat moment where Rick throws the processors at Morty and he spills some of them, and he's like, "Oh yeah, come over here, you little goofball!" And he starts kind of wrestling around with them, and like it's really funny because like, to me, that's where Rick decides that Morty is definitely a simulation. I know that it's been said before that there's a lot of other things. There's some road signs that are inside the ship where it's like, why would you have like Earth-style road signs inside the ship, and why would you have some of these other things there that tipped him off? But I feel like the only reason this scene can make any sense is that it has to be there to show that Rick decided that Morty was just a simulation. Because if he just fucked around with with Morty and played around with him, like, "Oh, come over here, you little goofball," and had a little processor fight with him, like, Morty would be like, "What the fuck? Like, we need to leave. We're in an alien spaceship." Like, I don't think he would be like super comfortable with it. And I think that's where Rick decides that they're definitely in a simulation because he ends up finding out about it. I'm fucking having a lot of fun with this pop figure. Raise the roof. That's fucking, we got to do this more often.
Toronto Freddy said he thought it was a Kieran pop, and now the more I look at Luke and then look at you, like, oh my God.
Oh my God, look at the wave of the hair.
Same hair.
Yeah, he's got the fucking...
Same beard.
Yeah.
Same age. Oh, wait, did I say that?
Whatever. I'm fucking sexy. So in the end, we got like another really good chase scene. It's probably the best chase scene since the pilot, where we have them running through and they turn off the gravity and you see a whole bunch of different aliens. It's And, they chase him off the ship. Then they find out that they're actually in another simulation, which Rick seems to know. And I fucking love the... there you go. My wife says, a simulation inside a simulation. Yeah. I fucking love the David Cross line where he says, but I got you now, sucker. And it's just like, it's fucking, I don't know, it's perfectly delivered. And then like, there's another one where he says like, game day, bucket go. It's actually from a commercial. It's from an old commercial for a KFC product where they had game day buckets. Yeah, so that's most of the episode. What do we get after that? We get Rick coming after, Rick sailing off with Jerry, and then them mixing the cesium with the plutonic quarks, and then the water and explodes, blows them all up. Yeah, it's a good episode. Like I said, Jerry steals the day in this one to me. I know a lot of people like this episode. Once again, David Cross, amazing. And if you don't know who David Cross is, he was in what was that show now? I had it. Arrested Development. He was in Arrested Development. He was the one who pretended to want to get into the Blue Man Group and painted himself blue. And he changed his name. And he goes through acting classes with Carl Weathers. And it's funny because Carl Weathers just basically like makes him drive him around and buy him food. And it was hilarious. Before I get to the 3-word Rick and Morty pitches, which I really want to do, I'm super excited about it. I got lots of entries here. I want to go over the chat. Let's see what we got in the chat. So, all right. That was the start. That was the village. So we can go down. DMT says, yes, Kieran, the simulation is now running smoothly and VR Simp City should be online any day now. Justin McEwen says, dude, I ordered a portal gun from Amazon. Oh, I really want a portal gun. I know. Actually, I passed on one at that, what's that store? It wasn't Spencer's. It was the other one with the pops. Fuck, I'm forgetting everything today. Hot Topic, that's the one. I passed on one on Hot Topic, and it was already like lowered down. I was like, oh well, they're everywhere. Like I'll get one lower, and now I can't find one anywhere. Although I do have a bunch of other fucking Rick and Morty stuff I want to buy. I want to buy a Plumbus lamp. So whatever I can get away with. Pete's Ultimate Movie Reviews, big fan here, says, have some things to take care of. You've been great, Kieran. See y'all later. See you later, Pete. Obviously, you're probably gone by now, but great supporter. DMT says, I've still yet to get into Star Wars, but But are the new 3 movies really that bad, or are they good movie ideas with terrible script writers? Because obviously cinematography is absolutely beautiful. I like the first 2 of the sequels. The problem is they don't have a direction that they went with them. They have a direction that one movie went, and then they have a direction that the second movie went, and then they have a third movie that went lots of directions. So I love The Last Jedi. He hates The Last Jedi. A lot of people hate The Last Jedi. I totally get it. The problem is with The Last Jedi is that it doesn't seem like a Star Wars movie, and it doesn't go where we wanted it to go from before. But as a standalone movie, I love it. So that's my opinion. Without going on for an hour, we do have a Star Wars show, so if you really want to find my opinion, you can check out any of the Star Wars shows where he talked about that. Lance Livingstone says, love that the Zygerians replicated Morty's junk. That's actually pretty hilarious too. I love that. I love the scene where Rick's trying to get away from them in the second simulation, and he just like dives over and pulls Morty's pants down so that the Zygerian's like, ah! And then it turns out that Kevin, the one weird, like, lighter-skinned, pimply-looking Zygerian guy, it gets revealed that he wanted to do the job. So obviously he's weird for a Zygerian in their culture. Like, who doesn't want to stare at penises all day. Who knows? Toronto Freddy says, Fandom Empire, dude, they have YouTubers dedicated to fucking those scammers. Yeah, that's right. I love those videos there. They fuck over the scammers. They're awesome. Jody's in here. Hey, how's it going, Jody? Jody talks about the butthole flaps joke. That's fucking, I love that. Actually, when I was watching the director commentary again, they were talking about how the actual director of this one didn't like that gag, but they made him put it in anyways. Yeah. All right, so that's what our chat's up to so far. Melissa Todd's here. Woo! Happy to see all you guys in the chat. We're gonna go with our 3-word Rick and Morty pitches. So I wanted people to pitch an episode with only 3 words. So like I gave a couple of ideas. It was like Jerry takes jujitsu, or fucking like, I don't know. I forget. They're all 3-word pitches. You'll see them here. I have quite a bit of them, and I have the names between most of them, but some of them were more last minute. Jason Baird comes in with these 3 ones. His 3 pitches are Meeseeks lives years. So a Meeseeks that lives for years, and we've seen how fucking crazy they get after being alive for half a day. So that would be fucking... they'd probably be crazy by then. His second one was Merpuss gives Atlanta crabs, which I thought was pretty good. Good 3-word pitch. I'm actually really interested in seeing... I know they're never going to show us because they're fucking Rick and Morty, and that's what they do, and I love Rick and Morty, but we're not going to see Atlantis again, I bet. Although we are going to see Mr. Nimbus. He probably lives in Atlantis, but we're not going to see that Mermaids where they get that mermaid puss. His last one is Snuffles Conquers the Multiverse. I've already talked before about how I really think they should do some sort of Dog World episode. Once again, probably not going to get that, but I like the idea of Snuffles, and that's a very popular episode too. Jody sends in these ones that are like, he has Summer's Summer Love, which I thought was a really great pitch, because Summer's Summer Love could be a Rick and Morty version of Grease, I think. Like, I don't know if anybody have seen Grease. Grease is like,
Never heard of it.
You never heard of it? I think most people have heard of Grease. I'm sure that's sarcasm, but I think having Rick and Morty do a musical with greasers, and I think that would be fucking a great. It would be awesome. Matt Whitfield comes in with a super chat. Love Matt Whitfield. Almost got in a fantasy football league with Matt Whitfield, but spot got taken. Fucking kind of a little bit pissed about that. But he says Rick and Morty crossover with Leprechaun. Woo! Don't do it. Fuck it. I'm not hearing those, eh? I'm not hearing those when you put them in. Are you guys hearing the boos and the horn? Someone messaged in his chat if you're hearing those sound effects. Yeah, well, you know what? They kind of have their own leprechaun already. They have the guy who, they have Top Hat Jones, who is the mascot for the Strawberry Smiggles weird fucking cereal that gets eaten out of people's entrails and shit. So they do kind of have their own leprechaun already. Fat Pat says, Jerry steals leprechaun's gold. That's 4 words, but that's pretty good. What else do we have? Oh, Jody also has Starship Poopers 8. I just thought that was a good Rick and Morty name. I don't know what that would entail. To do with Starship Troopers. Maybe it's a Vindicators thing. Squanchy's Day Off. So I envision that as Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but with Squanchy. Squanchy's Day Off. If you guys want to talk about how any of these ones are, like if you want to vote for any of these ones, I am going to pick a winner at the end. So if you want to sway me. The Morty Wars. He also has the Morty Wars. Nathan Duclos, friend of mine, comes in with Rick's wife alive, which is something we all want to see. Like, what the fuck happened there? My opinion is actually that Rick's wife is not anything like that. What we saw there. And I don't know if we'll ever find that out, but if we do, it's probably down the road, I think. Who do we got here? Oh, Justin McEwen's in with Ball Fondlers 3. We all want to see, I want to see an episode that is all ball fondlers. Ball fondlers. I want to see an episode that's all that. Like, if they like Rick and Morty are not even in it. Like, I want that, but we'll see what happens. Eric Abbott comes with Please Not Jerry, which I think would be kind of interesting for Jerry to maybe like try and fit into an episode, but they always just fucking shove him out somehow. I think that would be kind of funny. It would be kind of like Meg on Family Guy when they, Meg comes in and they're like, fuck off, Meg. Like, you're not in this episode. It happens quite often. Lance says 2 dudes travel. That's kind of a lot of Rick and Morty episodes. Alex Holloway says Morty space AIDS. Morty could get some space AIDS, or I don't know how we would get that, but he got bit by a snake in space, and there's fucking everything in space. Jerry sends in this one. Jerry is actually Cody Chapman, who says Jerry gets an abortion. Or Jerry gets abortion to fit into that 3-word. We've all seen that opening where Jerry is seemingly having some weird alien baby. That is the opening scene that we most like, that I think most of us want to see. Like, I know in the new opening for season 4, there was like a 2-headed goose, and then he pulls like a giant ray gun out of the refrigerator. We don't see that. It's cool when that happens. On a new episode. So like season 5, we'll get a new opening that has a bunch of different Rick and Morty scenes. And we have to guess which ones happen and which ones we'll never see. Because it's usually every other one that we don't actually see. Like Cthulhu never follows them through space. And Mr. Poopy Butthole was never fucking there either. So I don't think we'll ever get that. It's the opening to every season at the end. Patrick Ivans says Pickle Morty Adventure. So we talked about the possibility of having a Pickle Rick 2. What about Pickle Morty? Like, how could Morty, like, what if it, we know that Pickle Rick is about alcoholism and how he avoids his problems with alcohol. Why would Morty be like in there, like as a symbol for alcohol? I don't know, like if maybe they would tackle underage drinking. I don't know what the fucking happens. All right. I don't know if it's Michael. Michael Denny Villafana says Jessica's Little Mortys, which is a really fucking weird part of the show, but it'll be pretty funny. I see Lance types in Sleepy Gary returns. Sleepy Gary actually does return in the Rick and Morty Presents #1 comic, which is kind of cool. If you guys are the people who really want to see all the characters in Rick and Morty back again, go and read Rick and Morty Presents, because that's what it does. I'm pretty sure that's the job of this comic. Like, you guys want to see the Vindicators again? They're probably not going to show up in the show again, but got the comic. Sleepy Gary, Pickle Rick, Scary Terry. Like, all these people are reoccurring in the Rick and Morty Presents comic book, which I did do a review on my Facebook Live videos of them. Travis just says Boob World. I don't know if that's the world where they were throwing off the wishing well portal, and the one guy says, I hope it goes to somewhere with boobies. David Durst says Morty's Regretful Rememories, which is his sequel to Morty's Mind Blowers. So he gets some of these memories back, which, I mean, kind of he does, but then they end up fucking it up and whatever. But like, we get to see some painful rememories, which is a lot of them. They saw your hand there. It's supposed to be silent. He's cutting me off in 5 minutes. Can you believe this fucking guy? I think Morty's Mind Blowers was great. To me, it's a good add-on to the interdimensional cable series. I didn't have a problem with it. A lot of people want that to return. That kind of was it for that season. You know what? They didn't really have one in the 4th season, actually. That's kind of weird to think about. There was a rumor that Interdimensional Cable was supposed to be in the 4th season, but it was a 14 episode season. And then it got cut down to 10. So there's a rumor that they actually already have an Interdimensional Cable episode waiting in the wings, which is interesting. Jerry gets pregnant, which is Carlos Ciceda. Rick Dead Redemption comes into us from Leslie Rodriguez, and Grass Tastes Bad by Josh Traeger. So that's all the entries that I had here. I don't know if we have any more in the chat that will make it in here. Summer gets pink eye. I see that's a good one. That's interesting. They all got pink eye from Summer texting on the toilet, as you will recall. Hungry for apples. Hungry for apples is actually, I didn't even mention that. That's one of the best parts of the Hungry for Apples. It's not just a slogan, but Hungry for Apples. You know what? If anyone can pull off saying Hungry for Apples to their significant other when they're having sex, then I will throw you right in the draw. If I might just send you a prize. Just tell me that you were able to say it. Don't fucking record it, though. I don't want to see it. I just want to hear about it. Don't send me weird sex videos. Yeah, so that's not going to do it for today because I want to go on for a couple more minutes. How much more minutes do I have? 3 minutes. Fuck. I can get lots done in 3 minutes. I do want to show off a little bit more stuff, a little bit more swag. This is my Rick and Morty D&D set. We are going to start a Rick and Morty D&D group. Me and Justin McEwen are going to do it. Justin McEwen is going to be the dungeon master if we can get this going. We would like to get a play group of people. You have to, well, you don't have to buy this in order to do it. You could probably get some stuff online and we can give you character sheets and stuff like that. But anyone who actually buys the Rick and Morty D&D set and says, I want to be part of this, we'll make sure that you get in. Just message me, message me before you buy it in case you buy it and then say like, fuck, I want to be in now. And then we say, well, we already got like 5 people. But anyways, if you're willing to go out and buy this, we are going to do that. We might even stream it. We might, whatever. Might as well put more content out there. It's Rick and Morty D&D. You get to play as a Rick and Morty character playing as a character from what I know, which is really cool. So yeah, just message me. I might throw it up in the group actually. And we'll get to it. Yeah. So, that's going to do it for today, I guess. I don't think I have anything else. Let's just read some of the chats here. I'll log on to my phone and do it that way. I can pick and select. If you want to get anything else in, you can chat or super chat, and I'm going to read and discuss what you guys are saying. Nice crowd today. I'm really happy about the crowd that we got today and everybody talking in here too. It's awesome. Jody says, what would you make an episode about? You know what? I had an idea that I would like to see. This isn't a pitch for a show. But for some reason I had a dream where I was on a world where everything got moved around by one of those giant claw machines that you get candy out of. Oh, what the hell? Jesus Christ. I started watching my own video. Yeah, it's like one of those giant claw machines was the way that everybody on Earth got around. So I had that in a dream not too long ago, and I thought, man, that would be fucking perfect for Rick and Morty in like a short episode. Let's go watch some ball fondlers. Justin McEwen says, "Let's fucking watch some ball." You know what? I want to do some watch-alongs too. One weekend when I'm bored, we're just gonna fucking do some watch-alongs on here. Sleepy Gary returns. Black Hole Adventure is another one by Jody. Summer gets pink eye. I got the boob world. It cost Morty an adventure. That's Lance. Need a longer show, Jody says. I know Jody is all the time like, yes, super excited for the show. So I'm really excited. I love having fans like that. I love having fans that like are excited about the show, want to watch it every week. We got a great network here. I mean, I got some fans built into my show already because I'm lucky enough to be on Fandom Empire, where we already have a sorry? Yeah, you can cut in.
Hey guys, if you by the way, it's Sean. If you don't know me, great, and if you do know me, I'll see you in a few minutes on Fandom Empire Live. So this man right here, that's right, that's someone's arm, may or may not be mine. Does an amazing job on this show. If you guys want to see the show more and longer, at the end of the day, and some people aren't going to like the business aspect of this, but it's true. Kieran works multiple jobs. This is like a second job for me. Kieran has kids. I have kids. Tommy B's busy, pimping, doing whatever.
He's got lots of cats.
Pimping the cats. At the end of the day, showing up and participating in the chat helps a lot. Letting other people know about Kieran's Rick and Morty fan show, that helps a ton too. But all of our shows also have to bring in a little bit of money. That's just the way it is. It's the way it's going to be. Views are number one. The videos that we put out, whether they're live streams or pre-produced videos, have to get views. It's a must. But at the end of the day, super chats go a long way to supporting Fandom Empire Live, Fandom News Now, the Rick and Morty fan show, the upcoming Game of Thrones show, the upcoming Supernatural show. We realize not everybody's in position to super chat, but when you do send in a super chat or when you do join the Patreon, which Kieran might do some stuff over there in the not so distant future, it helps us all out, including Kieran. So just a reminder, guys. Now I'll get my business hat out of here and let you do what you do.
That's Sean, the professional around here, and like I said, I'm super lucky to be here at Fandom Empire. Half the people in the chat are Fandom Empire super fans, and if you want to watch more of me talking about Star Wars and horror shows, we're going to do that right on Fandom Empire right after the show in about a minute. I do notice people in the chat were saying, like, you didn't pick a winner. You're right. I fucking didn't pick a winner. What the hell? My brain, it's fucking scattered. I do shit. Let's look at this. You know what? Ones I really like. I really like Merpus Gives Atlanta Crabs. I really like Summer Love. What other ones do I like? Jerry Gets an Abortion is good. Rick Dead Redemption is really good too, because we'd like to see more of Cowboy Rick and Cowboy Morty. I have the pop figures of them. They're great. I love them. A couple of my favorite ones. I'm going to give the winner, and he's going to be super excited about this, to Summer's Summer Love, because I can see that coming off as a great episode. A lot of them are funny, good gags, but I can see Summer's Summer Love coming off as a great episode, because I can see fucking Morty and Jessica and Summer and like all the teenage characters, maybe even Trisha in there fucking singing Grease style songs and making fun of the greasers, and I think that would turn out good. So we are going to give that. The winner is Jody. Jody Anderson is going to win. He's going to get put in the draw. I think we have Anna Rodriguez, and I think Jason Baird is in there already. Corey won last week, but I misspoke and said that he won a prize, so I just fucking gave him a prize. Like, fuck, my brain just doesn't work right. So he's out of the draw, but he fucking got a prize anyways. So yeah, we got a couple names in there. I actually have decided, I know I said it was going to be when we have 10, we either have 10 winners or we have 1,000 people on our Facebook group is when I would do the draw. I'm going to add another stipulation in there. If the Rick and Morty season 5 starts, then I will also I'll do the draw then. That'll be we'll do a big prize draw when the Rick and Morty season 5 starts. As for season 5, my views are this. It's got to be coming up soon. I keep saying May. May is just my date that I have in my head. I want to push that kind of to June now because it's getting close. But here's what we're seeing. We're seeing Rick and Morty merchandise start to kind of come out here. Seeing a few new things. I just got some new Rick and Morty swim shorts, actually. We're starting to see that come in. So merchandising is coming out. And we've seen Rick and Morty on... 4 different cartoon shows now, little tidbits of Rick and Morty in there. Why would they do that? They did that because they want you to start thinking about Rick and Morty. They want you to start thinking about Rick and Morty because they want you to start going back and watching the episodes, and they want you to hype up the episode, start to ramp up for that season 5. So I really think season 5 is going to happen soon. It just makes sense. Once we see the full, we'll eventually see the full amount of merchandise come out, and then we'll fucking know. But it is ramping up, so to me, that's the answer. It just makes sense. So that's my season 5 update. It's not. I have almost every writer on Rick and Morty on Twitter, and I'm fucking spying on them at all times, but nothing in about season 5. That's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you very much for being in the chat. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for entering competitions. We're doing really good. Our group's doing really good. Our competitions are soaring and getting more and more people in. And tune in for next week because we're going to do the Rick and Morty art show. We're going to do the art competition. Fantastic entries so far. Keep getting them in, guys. Keep getting them in. And you know what? If you add one in there and you're like, you know what? I fucking got a better one. I drew something way better. Then just message me. I just want something to win for something good. Peace out, guys. I love all of you.
It's a good show. It's a great show. It's a shit show. Pickle Rick show. Not a Jerry show. Scary Terry show. Lick my balls show. Szechuan sauce show. It's the fucking Rick and Morty fan.